read that first part. Hi everyone, I'm Erin, and because I don't really know what I want this channel to be, I'm gonna do a beauty, like, makeup tutorial, mostly just because I want to, because it seems like fun. So let's get started. Probably should pull my hair back though. As you can see, it's very wet. I took a mini rinse-off shower thing. Alright, so here's the entirety of my makeup. Yeah. So I'm going to start with primer. This is the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. Get that a little closer. So cute. It's instructions and, you know, it's kind of gross when you first use it. I don't know why. Probably just because I don't use it enough. So I just use a little bit. Like, seriously, just a little bit. Also to just cover up, like, little blemishes, like this one that I have on my chin, because, yeah. And because my lighting sucks, it's really hard to see where all of them are. We'll just kind of slowly rub enough around, just to kind of, especially just cover that spot. So basically all I need to cover. Moving on from there, let's start with some foundation. If I can find it, because I didn't take anything out of this bag, and it's a mess. And because I'm cheap, I don't have great makeup. So the next thing is foundation, which is my e.l.f. again. This is in the color Buff. And it's actually a little darker than my skin tone, which is kind of a problem, but not too much, as long as I blend it properly. Which I used to use this brush, which is just one of their blending brushes. I don't exactly remember what the brush was. Used to use this. Doesn't work as well. And then I decided to finally buy a beauty blender, or a cosmetic sponge. Cute little package. It's a bunny. So what I just do with this, a little bit much, I just put it on my hand, and see, I just use the bottom. So I just dab it a bit, and then start kind of going at it. Which, after doing this for the first time, I realized why people use beauty blenders. Listen to my sounds, I sound like a little old lady. La la la. Except you can still see my teeth. And if you decide to use a beauty blender around your eye, be careful, because I've got kind of rough, and it hurts sometimes, because I'm not really doing it correctly. Just get it all around. I'll attempt not to sound like a little old lady as best as possible, which is not the thing. And now I sound like I'm being really rude, I feel. Which is fine, I guess. Because where in society are we rude today? See, it takes time to make sure you really get it everywhere. I'm just gonna kind of rub around my chin and down my neck a little bit. Make sure it kind of blends out better. And then, because I have terrible lighting, we're gonna use my phone camera to hopefully kind of make me look like a ghost. That's fine. Just get a little, make sure I got all of it covered. Hopefully I did. Guess we'll find out later. Don't forget to clean your blenders, sponges, brushes, because if you don't, you'll get really gross. And you don't want that. You just don't. So now, because I've seen it done a couple ways where you put concealer over your foundation or you put it under your foundation, kind of do whatever you want. I usually put it on under, but this time we're going to try for over just around this little spot. It's basically the only spot I'm having issues with right now. And then I just usually blend it in with my hand. And actually, because I haven't tried it with this, I'm gonna try and blend it in with a beauty blender. My little blender, which actually made it a lot more covered, which is really nice. It fell on the floor. So there's that. Oh, and my concealer is again by e.l.f. because they're all pretty cheap products, but they're also really great products. This is in the color light beige because I think it was the only one I could find. And then again, another e.l.f. This is the Perfect Finish HD powder in clear. And when you initially get it, if you look, open it up, there it is. You can see that I've already used it a decent amount. The only thing I don't like about this is it does tend to, the powder falls apart a little too easily, at least recently it has been, and I don't really understand why. Nifty thing though is under that is a little compartment for the pad. I don't use that. I just find no use in it. So I use the Professional Bronzing Brush, also by e.l.f. I just like this brush. It's been working pretty well for me, so I just kind of dab in there, which you can see doesn't necessarily get too much, which actually according to the camera gets a lot. Wow. Who knew? So I just kind of dab it on and then just brush across. I'll do that. I'll wash my cheeks and then just kind of go across, make sure, and then use whatever residue is left for my chin. Go again, and then I do half of my forehead and down, other half, get a little bit, and go across your nose and underneath, and then just kind of finish that off, and then you're done with that. Next step is doing contouring, so bronzing and highlighter, which is hiding somewhere in this bag. Literally all my makeup is in here and it's a mess because I just kind of throw it in there. So again, another e.l.f. product. This is the Baked Highlighter and Bronzer in Bronzed Glow. Yeah, I like this one. Was the first product I tried that had bronzing or bronzer and highlighter. So usually just the darker side, and I use the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. It looks like my other one, except just different color, so you can see. And this is the, realizing I should probably use this for bronzer considering it's a bronzing brush, but oh well. I just kind of go down the side of it, which as you can see it's probably a little hard to see it, but a little bit of brown in there, and then just suck in my cheeks, figure out where my cheekbone is, and then I kind of just go up from there. And then from there I just kind of dab it on. That's pretty much it. Do that on the other side. Figure out where that line is for my jaw. And as I open my mouth for no reason to say jaw. Apologies for showing you the inside of my mouth. And that's basically all I do for bronzer and contouring. And I'm going to say contouring like this because I don't contour. I attempt to, but it really just puts a little bit of extra color because I am a very pale human who chooses to continue to be very pale. And then from there, I go in with my highlighter. So I'm just the other side, the lighter one. which might be a little easier to see. Yeah, you can see that nice line down the middle, and I do that on top of the bronzer. Give that nice shine to it. As you can tell, this camera is not very great quality when it's all going everywhere. I also just kind of go around my hairline with it, and then I do kind of just my nose. Just kind of go the whole distance of my nose, which makes it very shiny, but I kind of enjoy it. And then I also kind of just go along the bottom of my jaw with it. Don't really know why. Just something I've decided to do. And that pretty much finishes off the highlighter and bronzer. So from there, we're gonna go, let's go into eyebrows. My eyebrows I usually don't do, but just kind of decide to every once in a while, especially when I do a full thing of makeup. And so I'm, again, using the brow pencil from e.l.f. That's what it looks like. Cute little thing. Trying to see if there's any other distinguishing marks. There's not. So gonna get a little closer so I can see. And I just put in like a light stroke because I really don't do much with my eyebrows ever. So I just do this to try. And then I use the little brush at the end, and I just kind of, and I go back and forth with it just because my eyebrows aren't the thinnest, but I also don't want them to be like straight because it just weirds me out when my eyebrows are like that. And then I kind of just rub my hands on it because it makes me feel better. And then we'll go on to eyeshadow. So for me, and actually before we do that, because I forgot it the last time I did my makeup, so we're gonna use an eyeshadow primer, also from e.l.f. Cute little thing, and this is in sheer. For some reason it looks kind of white in the camera, but it's more of like a tanned color. So we'll use a little bit of that. Can't get it out of the thing. And then just kind of put a couple dots around my eye. And I'm just going to kind of rub it in. Mostly because I don't know how else to do it. I also moved my contact lens, which is not helpful in the slightest when doing makeup, because then I can't see anything if my contact moves. So there we go, did that. So now my eyeshadow that I'm going to be using is from NYC, and it is it's the mini palette Union Square. I can't read. Yeah, so here it is once we open it up. It's got a cute little brush and everything, and it's got a nice little plastic lid that kind of tells you everything of where it's supposed to go, just so I can hold that up. There we go. Kind of hard to see, but it's... And then I somewhat use this to its direction of what it tells me where to put things. So we're going to use this brush. It is the e.l.f. Professional Eyeshadow Brush. And so we're going to start by using this color, which according to their little plastic thing is for all over. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully I am making my computer a mess. So I'm just going to kind of dab that around and stroke it out. I don't know why stroking is the word I came up with, but it is. And then we're going to make sure it gets decently pigmented so we can see the color, because I understand that some of the older makeups, because I don't know how long I've had this eyeshadow, but it works really well for me, and I kind of like the colors because I've kind of seen that it helps make my eyes pop. and because I have blue eyes, so it's kind of nice when there's something else I can do. There we go. That looks about even. Maybe a little more here. And then from here, I'm going to, I apologize, my nose is running. We're going to use a different brush real fast, which is this one. As you can see, it's got like the little angle. And this is the e.l.f. Defining Eye Brush. So I'm going to actually use this on with this lightest color, which says it's for highlight. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to kind of dab it and rub it around the corner of my eye. Mostly just because this is what I've seen other people do. And I think it actually does kind of help create a little bit of a definition and then kind of blend it as best you can. I'm not very good at blending, so we're gonna just try. And then one other thing I do is I kind of just try and take it under a little bit and then just really make sure it's in my corner so that the corner of my eye is nice and bright and cute, so that I also don't look like a monster. And then we're actually going to put that brush away and go back to our eyeshadow brush, just our normal one, and we're going to use this darkest color, which according to this says it's for contour. I don't know if I'm contouring or not with it, but we're just going to go with it. And I'm just going to kind of put that around the outside of my lid, just like that. And don't worry, you will not see this color all the way out to my eye like this in a moment. I will fix it. Do the same thing on this side. Make sure to blend it out as well, because otherwise you're just going to have a big blob of brown on your eye, and that's not going to be attractive. And then another thing I do, a little lighter on it, is I've also seen is go kind of underneath your waterline or around your waterline with the color to help accent that. And then you end up actually getting more of an accent with it and a very nice light shade. So we're going to put my little thing back in so it doesn't leak everywhere. And then I'm terrible with my brushes. I just kind of wipe them off on the back of my hand, or on the palm of my hand, which if you can see, probably can't. Yeah, you really can't. It's extremely shiny from everything. And then, so once I do my eyeshadow, I go in for eyeliner, and for my top lid, I use e.l.f. their liquid liner in jet black, because who wants just the normal black when you can have it even darker? And so I'm gonna get close again. So I don't usually close my eye when I do my eyeliner, because I like seeing everywhere where I'm putting it. I'm also trying to make just a really thin line because I'm not good at doing like the cat eye or a wing. It's just really difficult for me. So we just do it like this. I also should have gotten a mirror. Oh well, you just get to see my face nice and close up and see all the little issues I make for myself, all the mistakes. But where's the fun if you don't see the mistakes and know that I'm human? And we all make mistakes. And then I'm actually not going to put any liner on the bottom. I'm actually going to go back to my top with this by e.l.f. as well. It's another eyeliner. It's a felt tipped in black. And I'm just going to go in and I'm going to kind of pull my eye this way and close it. And then hopefully the color will come off. It's kind of temperamental. I'm just going to go from the corner and connect it there. As you can see, it's working, which is great. But it's a little bit too much on my eye, but that's fine. Maybe it's not. But it actually worked pretty well. Gonna lift up a little bit, be a little bit more careful on this eye. I'm just going from the corner in to connect, because trying to get from here to here with liquid liner, if anyone else can do it, I applaud you, because it's one of the hardest things I think I will ever attempt to do in my life. So there's that. And again, I'm not going to put any liner on the bottom, but recently I've been using NYX, or NYX, however you pronounce it, their professional makeup retractable eyeliner. There you go. Cute little thing. And I'm just using it in black. I just use it in black, and usually when I do it, I just go on my bottom waterline till about halfway, maybe a little over, and that's just usually what I do with that one. So now we're going to use mascara, and I use the CoverGirl Clump Crusher in Very Black. So, nice little cute one. Again, it's by CoverGirl, since you can't probably see the writing. So, and then just kind of wipe it off. I'm also listening to Panic at the Disco's new album. So if I sing along to it, which I haven't yet, which is surprising, but we'll see. So my goal, because I don't wear fake lashes, I've never worn them, I've never wanted to wear them, I try to make my lashes just as dark as possible with my mascara, which sometimes is kind of a problem. There we go. And if you can see, clear difference in my eyes based off everything. My eyes just pop when darker colors are added, surprisingly to me. I'm sure that's just kind of for everyone, but I find it surprising sometimes. So there we go. Top lash is done. I also do my bottom, which is one of the hardest things for me, especially when it comes to the corner, like that. Maybe because I'm not big on fixing the makeup. I just kind of wipe it away, which I will continue to do in a moment once I have finished that. There you go. This time we'll try not to get as close to the camera. I apologize for my scary face while doing this. Doesn't help that the camera does not really show movement well while I'm doing this. But there you go. And then finally, my nose is running. I have a kind of clean hand. There we go. Finish that. And then onto lipstick. So I usually start just by putting on chapstick. Kind of any chapstick you want. It's chapstick. I've been using chapstick candy cane just because something I had. I like the peppermint. I like the candy canes. So there we go. Let's put that on. And then for this, we'll put on a bit of a darker nude color, or a darker lip, which is, there it is. So we'll start by lining with the L'Oreal Color Riche Beyond Pink. It's kind of a light nudish color. And then I'll do that. I never know if I'm putting it on correctly or on like the right spot on my lip. I just go for it. And just because it's night, might as well try it for a darker lip just for this. So I'm using the actual nighttime side of this, which is an e.l.f. dual lipstick in Need It Nudes as the colors. And then just draw that on back and forth. Because I use enough on the bottom, I usually don't need to put any on the top. Plus, it's kind of hard to put lipstick on the top, so then I just kind of clean it out with my hands. Like that. And there you go. There's the finished look. Might as well take down the hair. There you go. Fun little look for you. And the nice thing about this is even with this darker color, even though it says nighttime on here, I've worn this out during the middle of the day and it's totally fine. I just prefer darker colors for myself. And yeah, so if you liked this tutorial, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want me to do something like this again, leave a comment down below. I'll also link to my Instagram, and that's basically it, because I don't use Twitter. I have it, I just don't use it. And yeah, so if you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more makeup tutorials, if you want to see me do something different, yeah, just leave a comment down below. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.